Y'all, I'm so happy. Black Americans, I am so happy. One thing I can say that came out of this here Essence Festival, she thought that she was going to be bridging the gap when really she just woke more Black Americans up to the fact that them motherfuckers is trying to colonize us. I have seen so many videos of BAs using the right language, using the right word. It is colonization, okay? And because history is my thing, y'all, I know the pattern of colonization. I know exactly how colonization works. And what Africans are doing is colonizing. They're trying to colonize Black Americans. And I know people from African countries are going to come and they're going to say, no, that's not what we're doing. Yes, that is what y'all are doing. Okay. It's just like when the snow folk encounter indigenous people of any place that they've ever gone that are different to them. And they say, what's wrong with you? You're not living right. You're not living right. You're not doing right. You're not talking right. Right. So what you need to be is more like me. That's why everybody aspires to whiteness. That's why everybody has to assimilate into whiteness. A lot of people from African countries want us to assimilate into them. Okay. And they think that if it's not like them, you know, and because we are Black, right? If it's not like them, they think that we're like savages. We're undeveloped. We're uncivilized. Like all of that different shit. When really we're just who we are. And then the fact that if you listen, like you let them talk long enough, and we've all had many conversations with them, they find it absolutely preposterous and mind-boggling that Black Americans like being Black American and that Black Americans are happy just the way that we are. This is why they oftentimes try to convince us that we couldn't possibly be happy. But what about your roots? But what about where you come from? Or you don't know where you come from? Or you don't have a language? You don't have any African language? Don't you feel empty inside? Like, no, bitch. I feel just fine. Like, I don't feel lost. I don't feel disconnected. I don't feel nothing. Like, Black Americans have community. I've always felt like I belong. Even times when I didn't feel like I belong, I still felt like I belong, right? It has its ups, its downs, its good, its bads. Every community has that. Sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't. Every community has that, okay? Some families are absolutely perfect, some aren't. Every community has that. But not every community has Black American culture. Not every community has the Black American experience. And this is why I say, and so many of us say, I would choose to be Black American in every lifetime. Because we the shit. We are the shit. And yes, it's frustrating, it's aggravating because we got to gatekeep. People always trying to take our shit. All of the different stuff that comes with it, not to mention the racism. I rate that. Okay. But outside of that, man, I'm a part of the fucking dopest human beings on earth. Okay? And that is like priceless. That's priceless. But they can't fathom the fact that we're proud of our history because they don't think that we should be proud of our history. You know, the whole thing of dissing us about being descendants of slaves. They don't think we should be proud of that. That we're proud of our ancestors. We're proud of the things that they did. We're proud of the things that they went through. And we're proud of their strength that brought us here today. They can't fathom that. They can't fathom that we like the way that we talk and we don't feel bad about not speaking 11 different languages because there's 11 different languages spoken in one African country or any of the other shit that we have going on. Any of the other shit, right? And that even though we had all kinds of systemic shit going on or whatever, like we're still here and we have so many things to be proud of. And so I love the fact that the Essence Festival just really brought that out. And I just love the fact that all of the different events that are going on is really making Black Americans, you know, straighten out some narratives and assert ourselves and stand up for ourselves and say, hey, bitch, this ain't motherfucking Thanksgiving, ho. You not finna fucking colonize us. Take that shit back across the ocean. Because we will end up dragging y'all ass from sea to shining sea before we will ever let you colonize Black Americans. Have a good day, y'all.
You're now listening to a Bobby Johnson beat. Hey, my main bitch and my side bitch mad at me. I can get too far. Rather hold me up on each pink. I need to go.
Tune in to Too Much Media.
So the Africans have taken over Essence Fest. And now we have upset the African Americans. And they are coming to get us. Eh Allah. Civil war will ensue shortly. Please prepare your bows and arrows. All right, y'all. So the internet is in an uproar. Apparently, the Africans have taken over Essence Fest, and African Americans are not happy about it. They're very upset. And as you see, I clipped a video in the beginning of an African American lady talking about how she's proud of the African Americans for not wanting to be a part of the Africans and how the Africans are trying to colonize African Americans. I'm sorry, I can't even take subjects like this seriously. Like when the diaspora wars ensue, I'm always so kind of like Lil Kim dancing like with the side to side because I don't know which way to go, because it's kind of like on the one hand when the Africans start doing too much on the Black Americans, I'm like, wait, I grew up American, so not too much, like relax. And then on the other hand, like my people are Africans, so when the Black Americans start too, it's kind of like not too much, you know, not too much. Relax, okay? And have you guys noticed that African Americans are no longer trying to call themselves African American and now are switching to Black Americans? And it's just kind of like, what are we really arguing and fighting about here? Like, it's like every single time they are bunched in with the Africans, they find new ways to kind of like separate and elongate themselves more. Like before, Black American people were brought here on ships from Africa, and that's how they became African Americans, aka now Black Americans. But now you have Black Americans saying that no, they weren't brought here from ships from Africa. They were already here, and that like what's it called? Or that the white people lied and stuff. And I'm like, okay, sure, maybe, whatever. But it's just like, to me, this whole Essence Fest thing is like becoming very silly, because it's like, okay, you guys don't want the Africans to bunch in with y'all, and you're saying that the Africans are colonizing a culture that you guys blended using the same culture that you're saying they're colonizing you guys with to blend with Americans. Like, I don't understand that. Like, to me, like, I don't know, like, this lady, I feel like this is why, like, the fact that everybody's allowed to have microphones now, and everyone's allowed to make TikToks, and everyone's allowed to talk, is why it's more important that we all put our 2 cents in, because somebody like her is really gonna divide us about something like super silly, and something that is like, okay, even if the Africans didn't so-called take over Essence Fence, are you guys saying that as Black Americans, if the Africans weren't around, you guys wouldn't have a sector of Essence Fest that was like purely African and super like, this is what our ancestors were doing back in Africa and this, that, and the third? Like, you guys definitely would. Like, I feel as though we're starting to see the impact of like more Africans who have immigrated to America post-slavery, and what that intersect of non-slave descendants Africans and slave descendant Africans being together is like, now that we're kind of balancing out as far as numbers, like there's like a good amount of non-slave descendant Africans and slave descendant Africans equally here. Like, now we're starting to really see kind of like the push for division between us, you know? And if we are stupid and slow, we are going to get emotional and allow something like the Essence Fest, which is like a super good opportunity, like an entire festival for us to like unite and like blend the cultures, and instead use it as a way to other each other. Because it's like, she's complaining that the Africans are trying to colonize Black American culture, and what's it called? And it's kind of like, okay, but do you think that the white people would allow you like space in like their culture, or like in like their countries? And like, we've already seen what they're gonna do to you in their areas. Why are you mad that the Africans are also now embracing your culture to the point of calling it colonization, when your culture derives from said culture? So you're saying that the Africans are colonizing Black American culture, but it's like you literally got your culture from the fact that you're African. So what are we talking about right now? Like, I just don't even understand. Like, when I look at like Black Americans who want to other themselves from Africans, or Africans who want to other themselves from Black Americans, I really be looking at y'all like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, are y'all good? Like, do you not get that this is what they want? Like, you're playing into their hand? Like, I just don't even understand these type of discussions. Like, because even when the Africans start that shit, I be getting mad too, because I'm like, don't try to do too much on the Black Americans too, because it's kind of like, if you're a first gen kid and you've truly experienced like Africanism in its entirety, as well as Black Americanism in its entirety, you see clearly with your eyes that, oh my God, these people are the exact same people. Like, it's actually eerie. Like, it's scary when you experience African culture in its entirety and Black American culture in its entirety, and you realize, like, it's literally parallel. Like, the way we act is the exact same. If you leave Africans who are purely African and never been enslaved in America for a couple generations, trust me, we slowly morph into y'all, and you can't tell us apart. You wouldn't know the difference. Like, there's gonna be some like more African American blended with African names coming shortly. Like, trust me, it's coming. Like, the blending of our two like cultures, of you guys saying like the Africans are so-called trying to colonize y'all, is gonna just keep getting more and more, because at the end of the day, we're too similar. And when you have kids going to the same school who are all Black, and some of their parents are African from Africa, and some of their parents are Black American with slave descents, and they're all going to the same school, the teachers treat them all like they're Black at the end of the day. So they integrate, they become one. They, like, you know, they start interacting with each other. They blend into each other's culture. Like, if you're an African kid, like a first-gen African kid, we all know our cousins and so-ons who be getting to school and dead-ass changing their whole name. Like, you know your name is Baba Oluwakolu. Let me stop. Then you gonna come to school and talk about your name is Stan. Stan? I ain't never met no Stan from goddamn Senegal. I ain't never met no I ain't never met no Paul from Mali. Like, you know, they'll just come to school and start making up names and trying to Americanize themselves, and then they'll start talking hood, start acting away like they literally like reject their African culture and start playing into Black American culture. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, you guys are gonna just see more and more of that happening. So it's like, coming to peace with this, I feel as though is going to be our greatest obstacle as a group, as a diaspora. But the other thing that I'm noticing as well is that I see African Americans complain a lot about like how Africans keep trying to take over and they be trying to steal everything, and everything comes from Black Americans. Y'all the most taken from, y'all the most this, y'all the most that. And I'm not even going to disagree with that point, because it's true. At the end of the day, it's true. Like, Black Americans, they really do like come up with a lot of things. Like, they do have a separate culture that is outside of African culture that needs to be, you know, preserved and remain its own entity. But I feel as though in that same breath, when you guys complain that African people are trying to steal culture from you guys, it's like, okay, but why can't y'all also steal back? Like, y'all love taking white people shit and remixing it. Why can't y'all take African shit and remix that shit too? Because that's basically what Black American culture is. It's like African shit remixed into American. So it's like, now we're giving, as the Africans coming around, we're giving you an opportunity to do that shit again. Y'all say y'all do that shit. Do it. Do it again. I feel like if you guys feel hurt about Africans like taking over some shit, I feel like y'all should remix shit that you see us doing again and turn it into something y'all like. Like, if you don't like our songs, if you don't like our like, you know, way of doing stuff, if you don't like our speech patterns, if you don't like y'all take white people's speech patterns and remix it all the time. Y'all take white people's vocabulary and remix it all the time. Why can't y'all take some black people, some African people shit and remix that shit too? Like, I don't even understand what we're talking about, for real. Like, if y'all don't like the way we do things, remix it. Like, what? Like, go, like, y'all like, okay, y'all keep taking black American shit, do that shit back. Because at the end of the day, like, in my opinion, like, okay, if you guys are new here, like, this is a creative mastery channel. So we talk all things creativity, how you can improve your creativity, and how improving your creativity helps push you towards self-mastery and just all around using your creativity to improve your life, right? And if you're returning, thank you for returning. You know, I really mess with y'all. Like, please make sure y'all are interacting with the channel, like, comment, subscribe, just do some things to show YouTube that this is an active channel and that, you know, we in here. But basically, it's like, on some creative mastery shit, it's like, we don't need to be discussing like little like nuances and like small little, you know, complaints with each other. Like, at the end of the day, if you guys don't like the way Africans do something, like, take from it, steal it, and remix it. As a creative, we have to understand that complaining about stolen arts and stolen ideas and is really for the non-creatives. Like, that's for lazy people. At the end of the day, if you're really true to this creativity stuff, you understand that everything you do is always going to be copied. Like, as a like lifelong creative, like, I promise y'all, there's nothing I do that I don't see people take from. Like, they always take everything I do. So it's like, you, after a while, got to get comfortable with that, to the point of like, now your focus isn't on what are people taking. It's like, what do I want them to take? Like, I know they're going to take this. Before you even pop out with it, you already know what part they're going to steal. You know what I'm trying to say? And then also, it's like, how do I become so good at whatever I'm doing that you have to be damn near as good as me to even be able to steal this? Like, you have to get to a point to even be able to take what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you guys need to advance this shit so far that the Africans are confused on how to even take that. How do we even do that? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, don't let the Africans trigger you, because the white people already triggered y'all. So it's like, now y'all letting the opposite spectrum of the same shit trigger y'all. And then we got to think about it like this as well, as like diaspora. It's like, African Americans, y'all always complaining about something. Not to say the Africans aren't always complaining too. Like, trust me, I'm on both of our necks. Like, this is equal opportunity neck stomping. Like, okay, like, I'm here to get at everybody. But at the end of the day, African Americans, y'all always complaining about something. Y'all always complaining about someone. And it's like, if we look at it, y'all don't have land, okay? If we look at what we're discussing right now, as far as like what's keeping the community back, what do we need, and this and the third, without land, there's nothing to discuss. We can't talk about stuff like culture and outfits and fashion and music and all this other stuff with no land. Because what are we talking about? You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, the American people, they're never going to give y'all land. Whether you like it or not, if y'all not ready to do what needs to be done, they're not giving you they're not giving you land. What's more likely to happen? The Africans give you land or the Americans give you land? So you're saying that the Africans are trying to colonize y'all, but we're also in America on land that y'all don't own and we don't own. So you're claiming we're trying to colonize y'all when y'all don't got shit to colonize. What can we colonize? What do you have, nigga? You're saying we're colonizing your culture? If you said you have the culture and we bring it into ours, ain't that what the people here whose entire country y'all built did to y'all already? Like, isn't it too late for all that? Like, what are we talking about right now? Y'all don't got land. They already did that shit to y'all. Like, anything we take, we're returning into what it originally was before y'all remixed it. So we're returning it back to sender. What are you talking about right now? Like, back to sender. Like, because it's like, as an African, when I look at stuff that the Black Americans be doing, I can see the percentage of African that y'all put into your American. Like, I can see, like, okay, like, you guys are saying this, but I know what country that comes from and what tribes used to say that. And, you know, like, because I'm, like, dead African. So it's like, I can see, like, okay, I can tell that this comes from this part of Africa and da-da-dee-da-da. And then because y'all came here during this year and then that happened, da-da-da. Like, if you guys are, like, getting mad at Africans for taking your culture, but you're not studying our culture too. Like, we're studying y'all, so-called, and stealing it from y'all, apparently, according to this lady. But y'all not studying us. Y'all not paying attention to know where, because you guys are also taking from African culture with your mindset, like, because your soul, your core is African. So, like, a lot of times you guys are doing stuff that are coming from Africa and you're not even realizing it. You don't even know what you're doing because it's just, like, in you. It's not on you. Like, you don't have the, like, the conscious knowledge that what you did came from here in Africa and this, that, and the third. But because we're literally African and, like, we know where it comes from and we're trying to show y'all what our stuff comes from, it seems like we're stealing more than we actually are. We're returning the sender. Like, you're not knowing that the stuff that you did, we've been doing. No one told you. And I can't even blame Black Americans for thinking that a lot of the times that the Africans are stealing from y'all. Like, it's like, no, like, you guys are inherently doing stuff that we do and not knowing. So when you see us doing it, you think that we're stealing it. But it's like, no, we see y'all doing it and recognize it. We're like, oh shit, we do that. And then we, like, return it back to its original form. So then you're like, oh, you're getting mad at us. Like, oh my God, they're stealing our shit and they're taking it and they're trying to turn it into African shit. It's like, no, you didn't know that that was African before you did it. So when we put it back to the way it was before you remixed it, you think we took it from you, but this is our history. Like, we can't help it. We're just like y'all. We literally can't help it. When we see some fire shit, we gotta do it too. And just like y'all, and that's why we gotta think more, like, creatively with the culture stuff of, like, don't care when people take stuff from y'all. Like, don't, and Africans too, like, don't care when they take stuff from us. Like, y'all can't care about these minuscule stuff. We have bigger fish to fry at the end of the day. Like, y'all can't care when y'all think that we took some shit, because at the end of the day, that's how they're like tricking us into dividing something that is like the same thing, you know? It's like, you know, what's the difference between a beignet and puff puff? You know, what's the difference between collard greens and mafe hako? What's the difference? Like, you know, when you look at the stuff we do, they're just different names for the same stuff. They're like, it's like, you're not even understanding. So, like, for me, what I feel like the solution, because it's like, there's no point to keep discussing the problems again and again. What I feel like the solution is, for Essence Fest, is Essence Fest needs to turn into, like, some Sankofa stuff. Like, I don't know if anybody used to do Sankofa at their school, but at my school we used to have this thing called Sankofa, where it would be like a walk through time of African culture, right? So it would be like, it's kind of giving like Sinners. You know how, like, Sinners would blend, like, time periods and stuff, where it's like, oh, when you hit the perfect song and this, that, and the third, it would blend through space and time and things like that. That's kind of what Sankofa is, but it's like a play. So, like, the play will start in modern day with Black Americans and stuff. In Sankofa at my school, it would be a play every year that they did, and it was awesome. When I'm telling you, Sankofa would sell out every single year. Like, everyone wanted to go to Sankofa, like, and it was multiple days. People would come back and get it again. Like, it was the best part of, like, the theater program at our school. And because no one would go to the spring and fall theater stuff. The stuff that the white people would do, like, who's trying to go watch that? It would be boring. Like, they literally would have to open up the entire auditorium for Sankofa, whereas for the plays, like the fall and spring ones, they would literally have to make a fake seating area on top of the stage, because that's how little people would come to those versus Sankofa. just to like really show y'all how much better Sankofa was than what they were spending so much time and money giving to the people who no one wanted to watch. But anyway. But so how it would work, it was like the play would start with modern day, like Black Americans talking, like maybe in like a living room or something like that. And then they would discuss like what used to happen back in the day. And then it would switch time periods. And then all of a sudden you would see people like in Africa and what they were doing back in the day. Or you would see people back in the plantation, what they were doing back in slavery and things like that. Like, so it would change time and place and go through history with different African American and African like pioneers and show the things that they had to go through and what they did to kind of like pave a way for us to do what we're doing in modern day, right? And I feel like Essence Fest needs that spirit to it where it's like there's a sector for both. So it's like, okay, like, you know, we're gonna do like, if it's like multiple days, like day one is pure African. So if you want to come on day one, it's pure African shit, like Nigerians, Malians, what's it called? You know, even East Africa, Ethiopians, everybody, like, you know, just African shit straight from the motherland and in the exact same form that it came in its original sense, right? Then day two, we do straight, you know, ancestry of Black American history. So it's like only stuff from old time Black American stuff, like only stuff from like slavery days, like slave plantation, what they were going through, civil rights movement, like only historical Black American stuff, jazz, blues, you know, like all of the funk, country, all of the like original stuff that Black Americans made once they were in America, you know, once the Africans got here, what did they make? What was going on back in the day? Then day three, we do like modern day, what we up to now, Black American shit only. Hip hop, R&B, what's it called? Like what was going on in the 90s, 2000 eras, Black shit, this, that, and the third. And then day four, we take everything and we mix it together. It's like Black American and African culture mixed together. What things have we been bouncing off each other now in modern day / how can we take it futuristic? We go like futurist, Afrofuturism. Like what's the future of African culture? Like when we take it, when the Black Americans start blending African culture into their shit, what are they gonna do with it? When the Africans start taking on Black American culture, what are they gonna do with it? Like boom, like go future with it. Like we have an opportunity here to like kind of reframe what it means to be African right now. Like we have an opportunity to blend like past, present, and future. And like if we let people like this lady who is clearly an agent, like I can't even like imagine her being anything else, because I'm listening to her and I'm like, you must have never like met an African in your life. Like I don't know, because Black American people who have African friends, bro, they love African stuff. They love African food. They love like all of our culture shit. They like when we like do certain stuff with their culture. They like when we like African Americans with African friends start forgetting that they're Black American after a while. They start doing all the African. Wallahi billahi, you get an African and put them in some like wache or some shit like that. Like, and they know, like, bro, they never have a problem with us. So I'm like, damn, this lady must have never been cool with no Africans in her life. Like, she really hate us. Like, what's the problem? We are not trying to colonize y'all. Y'all don't got land. Like, and it's like, if she knew African people too, like Black American people who like are cool with us Africans, like they also know that Africans got their own problems. Like, I promise you, lady, we are not in the position to colonize. If you know about African politics, you know we just like y'all. We always beefing. We got too many problems. We would never unite long enough to be able to colonize y'all. Like, we have real problems. Like, please check check the stats. Go watch France 24. Like, we got real problems. Like, trust me, lady, we just like y'all. Like, the only time we unite is when it's smoke. Like, so it's kind of like, I'm like, damn, lady, like, you really hate us Africans, but it's like, who would you rather be blending y'all culture? Like, the place where y'all originally, like, come from, that y'all used to blend into American culture, or like the people who are trying to whitewash y'all shit completely. Y'all Africanized American culture. You're saying we're trying to Africanize Black American culture, but Black American culture is Africanized American culture. So if we Africanize y'all Black American culture, it's just back to African, which is like back to, like, do you see what I'm trying to say right now, guys? Like, do you see how, like, this discussion kind of is like really, really, like, it seems like an agent is trying to put this into our brains, like, how, like, little sense it makes. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, we really, really are being tricked into beefing each other about something that doesn't make sense. Like, on God, Black American people, every single time y'all have smoke with Africans and y'all think that we're trying to take some shit, y'all need to take some shit back. Y'all need to Americanize everything. And that's what I tell the Africans. When the Africans start that dumb shit about how Black Americans are this and that, and how they're tired of Black Americans, and Black Americans have no culture and they're lost and this, that, and the third, I be looking at them as like, the issue that I have with Africans when it comes, because you know what, I talked enough about Black American people. Let me talk about the beef that I have with the Africans on the side of, like, first of all, why would y'all go to fucking Essence Fest and not do a single African American shit? Like, that's stupid. Like, you know, we got African, like, places, you know, we have African festivals and African all types of stuff. Why would y'all not, like, want to add the Black American side of a literal Black American culture thing? Like, y'all wouldn't even have the space for Essence Fest without the Black Americans creating that first. So how you gonna Africanize the entire thing? So, like, my beef with the Africans for real be that, like, they swear that African Americans are lost and African Americans don't be knowing the culture. But the reason why Africans think that is because they don't know how lost they are. Like, they don't even understand that the only reason we eat rice and stew all the time is because the white people won't let us farm our own land. Like, y'all do realize we're not supposed to be eating rice every day? Y'all do realize that eating palm oil in all of our stews is killing us? Like, y'all not paying attention, like, if not worse than the Black Americans, because at least the Black American people are aware that they've been enslaved and that they were taken from a land and that they're traumatized and that these things that they do are coping mechanisms and they're okay with it because it helped them survive and this, that, and the third. Whereas Africans think just because they stayed on the land that they're originally from, that nothing happened to them. And it's like, no, open your eyes. You're enslaved on your own land. What the fuck? Like, what are we talking about? That's worse, I argue. Like, you know, and when you try to explain stuff like that to Africans, it's like they can't hear you. Like, that's the worst part. It's like, at least Black Americans are, like, literally so aware of their situation. Like, that's why I feel like if there's a chance for Africans to, like, ever get anywhere and, like, be able to, like, really truly do what we want to do, the only way to do it is with the Black Americans, because they know the tactics, like, they know the game, like, they understand what's going on way better than us. They know how to, like, navigate. They know how to reframe what's being done to them in a way where it works in their favor. You know what I'm trying to say? They know how to transmute colonization. Like, that's one thing you can never take up away from Black Americans. They have transmuted trauma and suffering to an extent that is 10 times more powerful than anything an African can show you or do for you. I promise you. I promise you. Nothing that the Africans have taught me has been anywhere close as powerful as the stuff that I've learned from Black American people. No offense to y'all, but like they're Black American people are Africans in their final form. And the day that African people realize that is the day we'll finally be free. Like the day y'all put some respect on African American people's names is the day we'll finally see some progress in the actual land of Africa. We're not going to see progress without the Black Americans. They built an entire nation. Look at Africa right now. Y'all think that we can build that shit? Y'all have had all this time. All y'all do is fight colonization. We're gonna need the Black Americans. They know how to build a nation. Y'all don't. At the end of the day gotta end. We gotta look around, y'all. Like, we gotta pay attention. Like, the Africans need to wake up and smell the chitlins. Like, things is going on that is above our pay grade. So it's like, for me, that's my real beef with the Africans. It's like, they don't even realize just how far gone they are. Whereas, like, at least the Black Americans have, like, the, like, kind of, like, level of self-awareness that Africans literally, it's so frustrating talking to Africans. Like, they're so stuck in their ways that it's, like, really, really so frustrating. But, like, with African Americans, like, they're able to kind of, like, you know, mix things up. They're able to switch with the times, do things like quicker pace. Like, if you want to take forever to get something done, ask an African to help you with it. If you want to get some shit done, ask a Black American. Like, that's just the truth. So it's like, right now, what I would say for the Black American side of the things is, like, when you guys see us trying to take y'all shit, or what y'all think is us trying to take y'all shit, y'all need to snatch that shit back. Like, y'all need to just, like, take it and remix it again. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if y'all don't like how we're doing Essence Fest, come up with another festival again. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, don't ever let, like, our loudness make y'all quiet, you know? But, like, also don't take that as a need to, like, argue with us and beef with us. Y'all need to take it as a need of, like, okay, well, this is what you did. And it made me feel this way, so I'm about to do some shit to you, and let's see how you feel after we do this. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, y'all need to be, like, a little bit tit for tat, but, like, not tit for tat in a malicious way. Tit for tat in a, oh, okay, it's free game? All right, cool, bet. You know what I'm saying? Like, bet then. Like, y'all are really good at taking white people stuff and turning it cool. Like, adding some African shit to it that makes it cool. Why can't y'all also take some African shit and turn that cool too? Like, I just don't understand sometimes, like, where that disconnect comes. Like, y'all see African shit sometimes and it just completely turns y'all off because it's like a lot of self-hate in the Black community, where it's like y'all never want to just, like, kind of take our stuff and, like, I seen this African girl, she was first gen, obviously, but she took Puff Puff and she started putting Oreos in it. I was like, damn, that shit, that's greedy. That's greedy, but that's fire. That's real fire. Like, I fucked with it. I was like, damn, she's smart. She took some African stuff and she Americanized it. She turned it cool. It's like, you might be scared to eat Puff Puff, but, like, I put an Oreo in there for you. You know what an Oreo is. You might not know what Puff Puff is, but you know what Oreo is. See, like, y'all need to do stuff like that. Like, one thing I do, I'm not even about to tell y'all all that. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the Essence Fest thing. Like, I think it's wild that we're really arguing about this. Like, come on, y'all. We got to do better.
As Black Americans, I feel like it's very imperative right now that we take Black American heritage very seriously, because for some reason, and maybe I'm just overthinking or being paranoid, but I feel like there's, like, this erasure starting to happen. And obviously they've been trying to push Blackness out of the history books and all of that and our history in America for a long time. But even in the African diaspora, the Black American, like, looking over Black Americans as a culture and a group is becoming a little more prevalent. Maybe just online, maybe I'm overreacting. But the disrespect that we get as Black Americans, oh, y'all don't have culture, y'all don't have a country, y'all don't have a thing. We have to represent that, or they're going to get rid of us. Like, if we let everybody else continue to disrespect us and disregard us in that way, they're going to wash us out. And maybe I'm overreacting. That's my personal opinion. I think we need to start repping the Sudan flag. I think we need to start doing things as Black Americans, not just Black people. Yes, I'm for all Black people. I'm for the African diaspora. In addition to that, we need to do Black American things. We need to have Black American events, Black American centered. Other Black people are welcome of the African diaspora, but we need to remember and recognize our Black culture. They like to say we don't have one, which is very crazy, because when they come to this country as Black folks from other countries, whose culture do they assimilate to? Okay, and I'm gonna tap on that real quick. A lot of Caribbean Black cultures will come to America and assimilate to Black American culture and will tell us we don't have no culture, we're not like Jamaicans, we're not like Trinidadians, we're not like XYZ. And I respect and I admire those cultures. But to think in your mind that we don't have a culture and we can't be recognized as a group of people, but y'all can, is insane. The only difference between us and y'all is that y'all got dropped off on some islands. and we got dropped off in the U.S. before it was titled the U.S., before it was considered the U.S. That's the only difference. At the same time, 400 years ago, we got dropped off in different spots. If we not a culture, we don't know ourselves, and we don't have culture, neither do y'all by those same standards. But I don't believe that. I believe y'all have culture. I believe y'all have identity, but I also believe we do too. And I don't know if it's because some of them think like, because they left the islands and came to the United States, and now they live here, that they feel like they came somewhere, they left somewhere, they left a home, and now they can say they had a home country, and now they're here. But y'all just in our home country. That's like me leaving here, America, and going to Jamaica and saying, y'all got no culture or nothing, because I just left my home. Does that make sense? Like, just because you can leave the United States and go back to a home doesn't mean that Black American culture doesn't exist. Doesn't mean we don't have our own home here. Does that make sense? Like, if I go to another country, I am now leaving my home and I have a home to go back to. Newsflash, I've only ever known the United States. I'm Black American. That is my heritage. That is my culture. Just like you consider being Jamaican, being from Belize, being from Trinidad, being from Barbados. Just when you consider that your home and your culture, we have our culture. Why is that so hard to like? What's not clicking? Let me be very clear. I mean no disrespect to other people in African diaspora. I mean no disrespect to people from the Caribbean islands, Jamaica, Belize, Trinidad, Barbados, all of those places. I mean no disrespect. I love all people of the African diaspora. I'm just saying for those that don't understand that Black American culture is to be respected just as much as the rest of them, you gotta stop doing that. Especially when we literally influence the world at this point. Like, it really just doesn't make sense. It's a huge contradiction when I can look at a lot of these Caribbean-born Black folks that live in the United States, and the only reason I know you're Caribbean is because you said it. There's not a certain way you act or talk. You don't have the accent no more. You sound like me. You walk and talk like me. You dress like me.